Wet n Wild has reformulated or has come out with a new line that is really, really, really impressive. I could not believe the things that I picked up and the prices that I paid for them. It's astounding. So I'll just go ahead and jump in. First of all, I got 2 nail polishes. These were $1.99 each. This is called Disturbia. It's a really deep cream purple. And this one is called Blackmail, which is like a really dark gray with pink and purple and green shimmers. This has that first color on it, that Disturbia, that is 2 coats. And this has the Blackmail, and that is 2 coats. And they're not coming off at all the way they look in person. This one I was actually surprised, the shimmery one. Normally the shimmery kind of glittery polishes you have to put on top of another polish to get the color to show through. This, I didn't put it on top of a solid color at all. This is just 2 coats of this all by itself. And just look at that. It's just a deep gray with, like I said, the shimmer. The brushes are nice and wide. They're not the real skinny brushes. I'll show you. Can you see that? The formula seems to be pretty thick, so just be prepared for that. But I'm really impressed. I was honestly surprised when I was looking, and it doesn't look like Wet n Wild packaging, so I was looking at the display. I was wondering, what in the world, what brand is that? And I was just really impressed because the colors that they have are more modern and kind of chic looking. So anyway, I just picked up a couple of them. So for $1.99, you can't beat that. Another thing that I picked up was this Wet n Wild Natural Wear. It's a lip balm, and I believe this one is cinnamon. It's number 108. With most Wet n Wilds, they just have the numbers. You only see the names on the packaging that you take off. So I believe this is cinnamon, and it is very pigmented. There you go, for a lip balm. It reminds me a lot of those Palladio lip balms that are very pigmented. And this, I believe, was $1.99 as well. So for those of you that don't have access to a Sally Beauty Supply or, you know, Ulta, some of these other places that sell Palladio, try that Wet n Wild lip balm. It's really nice. I really like it. I'm very impressed. And then I picked up 2 lipsticks. These were the Wet n Wild, they're matte lipsticks, and these were $2.99 each. This one is number 915B, and it is called Spiked with Rum. And there's that. And so it's a matte finish. And then this one is number 903C, and it is just Peachy. And there it is right there, kind of a nice nude, and that's what I'm actually wearing on my lips. It's very pigmented. It's pretty creamy. It's very heavy. So just be prepared. If you don't like a more heavy coverage for your lips, you may want to pass on the matte lipsticks and maybe just try the lip balm. And there were quite a few shades of this as well. I also picked up a Mega Eyes cream liner, and this is an Eggplant. This was the box that it came in, but this is the actual little tub. It looks kind of like a little flying saucer, and it's number 887, and there it is, just a really deep purple, and it came with this little brush. Can you see the brush? There you go. And I'll swatch it, and it is just really impressive too. I kind of sheared it out a little so you can see. There it is. But when you actually put it on as a liner, it's almost like a black. So I'm very impressed with that. It's and that really nice. Was, how much was that? $3.99, I believe. Okay. Next, I have one of the most amazing products, and it's actually the most expensive. This is an eyeshadow palette. It was $4.99, so everything has been less than $5. It has 6 shadows. This is in Lust. It's purples. And on the back, kind of like the Maybelline shadows, it has, you know, directions. So you have a really light pink, kind of a shimmery nude color, a very dark, almost a black purple with lighter purple shimmers, just a nice medium purple, almost a black purple, and then a shimmery gray. All of the shadows down along this side are matte. All of them on this side are kind of shimmer. Actually, they're more like satin. This one's probably the most shimmer, but really, as far as shimmer goes, there's very little in any of these. And I will go ahead and swatch them. And they, just be forewarned, they are very pigmented. And kind of the way matte shadows are, they're a little more work to blend. So that is the super light pink. It reminds me a lot of Yogurt by MAC in Ulta. That is the shimmery kind of nudie cream color or white. That reminds me a lot of Vanilla Shadow by MAC or Naked by Ulta. That is the medium purple, kind of more of a pink purple. That's one of the matte colors. That is the really dark purple with the kind of pinky purple shimmers. It's kind of like Beauty Marked. There is the shimmery gray, just a nice gunmetal gray, and that is the almost black colored purple in the palette. So just gorgeous colors, as you can see, very pigmented and just gorgeous. I actually have that. I have all of these products, the Wet n Wild products on my eyes right now. This was $2.99. This is a blush, and it is called Berry Shimmer number 834E, and it is just a beautiful kind of golden rose color, and I'll swatch that as well. Where should I put that? And that is right there, and it is very pigmented as well, so just be forewarned, a little will go a long way. Use a skunk brush, just kind of tap it in there and just kind of stipple it on. I went a little crazy. I didn't realize how pigmented it was, so I do have a lot on, but it actually works out for the camera because it actually shows up. There is another color. It is called, I think it's Pearlescent Peach, which I passed on for the blushes because I felt like it was a pretty dead ringer for the NARS Orgasm blush. Well, lo and behold, this blush is pretty close to Orgasm as well. This is the Orgasm on this side, and that is the Wet n Wild. So this one is maybe a little bit pinkier, but really they're very close. And I'm going to be honest with you, the Wet n Wild one is a whole lot more pigmented than the NARS. The NARS comes off a lot more sheer. Let's see here. Right there is the NARS, and that is the Wet n Wild. So, hello. I mean, it's like, it's crazy the pigmentation on these products. So, that is my little Wet n Wild haul. I will eventually redo this look with this camera that works. Sorry that it didn't work out. I'm really frustrated with it right now, and I don't want to mess with it. So, I got all of these products for like $20-some. That is a lot of stuff, and I'm just really, really impressed with the quality and the pigmentation. Wet n Wild is, I'm sure, a product brand that everybody has tried at one point or another, probably early on in their makeup lives. I know Wet n Wild was one of the first brands that I used when I was a kid, and it has gotten a whole lot better, because I remember there was a time where it took a lot of work just to get any kind of color out of any kind of their products. You know, the main thing that I would use would be like the lip liners or the eyeliner. So, and you know, and you used to have to warm them up with a lighter and stuff. You don't even have to do that anymore now. So, times have changed. Wet n Wild has certainly improved. Check out the new Wet n Wild line, and let me know what you guys think. I'm just blown away. I'm just so impressed. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Bye.